Everyone abandoned this alien pet to die, except the humans. The trade station called Kellen Drift was already dying long before the alarms began. Its metal hulls were old, patched together by different species over decades. Power flickered in slow waves, lights dimmed, then brightened again, as if the station itself was breathing its last breaths. Most crews had known this day would come. The star it orbited was unstable, and repairs had become too expensive for the Alliance to justify. When the evacuation order came, it was calm and efficient. No panic, no shouting, just rules, ships docked in long lines, cargo was prioritized, lives were counted. Anything that did not meet evacuation standards was left behind. In one of the lower habitat rings, a small alien creature huddled inside a cracked storage crate. Its body was no bigger than a human dog, covered in pale, soft-looking plates that glowed faintly when the lights flickered. It had no collar, no registration chip. No owner listed in the station records. It made a soft sound, not quite a cry, not quite a voice. Just a vibration like a quiet hum as the floor beneath it trembled. Several evacuation teams passed by. A tall, insect-like officer scanned the crate and shook his head. Unclassified bioform, no ownership record, leave it. A reptilian medic paused for half a second longer, then turned away. Alliance law is clear, non-essential life forms are excluded. Even a group of traders, usually known for bending rules, avoided looking directly at the crate. Helping it would mean paperwork, delays, and possible fines. No one wanted that. The creature watched them leave one by one. By the time the human ship arrived, most of the station was empty. The ship was not large, just a medium exploration and repair vessel called Horizon Line. Humans were still new to the Alliance. They were often sent late to jobs others considered low priority. 3 humans entered the lower ring: Evan, a systems engineer, Lena, a logistics officer, and Cole, a junior tech. They moved quickly, checking panels and sealing bulkheads as part of the final shutdown process. "Power levels are worse than the report said," Evan muttered. "This place is barely holding together." Cole kicked a loose cable aside. "Can't believe anyone lived here this long." Lena stopped walking. "Do you hear that?" They all went quiet. Beneath the hum of failing systems was another sound, soft, uneven, almost afraid. They followed it to the crate. The creature looked up at them, plates dim and uneven. Its eyes were large and dark, reflecting the emergency lights. It did not run, it did not attack, it just watched them. Cole swallowed. "What is that?" Evan pulled out his scanner. It beeped, then paused, confused. "It's alive, stable mostly. Energy readings are strange, though." Lena knelt slowly, keeping her hands visible. "Hey there, it's okay." The creature tilted its head. The faint glow along its body brightened slightly. A sharp voice echoed from behind them. "Humans, what are you doing?" An Alliance evacuation officer floated closer, his mechanical limbs humming. "That bioform is marked for abandonment." Lena stood up. "Abandonment, it's alive." "It is unregistered and non-essential," the officer replied flatly. "Removing it violates protocol." Evan frowned. "So what happens if we leave it?" The officer's lenses dimmed. "Station failure in less than 4 hours. Life support collapse in 2. It will expire." Cole looked at the creature again. "You're just going to leave it to die?" "Yes," the officer said, as if stating the weather. Lena crossed her arms. "That's not happening." The officer turned fully toward her. "Humans are advised not to interfere. Your species already has a reputation for emotional decisions." Evan exhaled slowly. He had heard that phrase before, emotional decisions. As if caring was a flaw, he looked at the creature. It took one small step toward him, then stopped, unsure. "We'll take responsibility," Evan said. The officer paused. "You are claiming ownership." "No," Lena said. "We're offering protection." "That is not a recognized category." "Then maybe it should be," she replied. The officer's limbs clicked in irritation. "Any consequences will be recorded." "Fine," Cole said. "Write it down." The officer floated away, clearly deciding the argument was not worth more energy. For a moment, the corridor was silent. "Well," Cole said, forcing a nervous smile, "guess we've got a passenger." Evan gently lifted the crate and adjusted it so the creature could see them clearly. "Easy, we're getting you out of here." The creature made the humming sound again, this time steadier. Back aboard the Horizon Line, the mood shifted. Some crew members were curious. Others were uneasy. The ship's medic, Dr. Harris, scanned the creature carefully. "I've never seen anything like this. Its biology doesn't match known databases." "Is it dangerous?" the captain asked. Dr. Harris shook her head. No signs of aggression. Stress levels are high, though. They placed the creature in a quiet storage bay and made it comfortable with blankets and low lighting. The humans worked instinctively, offering water, warmth, and space. Over the next few hours, something strange happened. The horizon line had always had minor power issues. Nothing serious, just small fluctuations. But after the creature was brought aboard, the fluctuations stopped. Evan noticed it first. "That's odd," he murmured, staring at his console. "Reactor output just stabilized." Cole leaned over his shoulder. "Did you change anything?" "No." As they watched, the ship's systems reported cleaner energy flow than ever before. Meanwhile, the creature explored its small space slowly. When it moved closer to the ship's power conduits, the faint glow along its plates became smooth and steady. Dr. Harris observed quietly. "I think it's reacting to our systems." Lena smiled softly. "Or helping them." News of the humans' decision spread quickly through the station network before Kellen Drift finally went dark. Comments were not kind. "Typical humans, saving useless things. They don't understand efficiency. They will regret it." Alliance officials sent a formal message while the Horizon Line prepared to jump. "Human vessel Horizon Line is ordered to surrender the unregistered bioform at the nearest Alliance checkpoint." The captain read the message, then looked at her crew. "No," she said simply. "We saved it, we protect it." The jump engines charged. As the ship entered hyperspace, the creature curled up near the engine room, glowing softly, no longer trembling. For the first time since it had been found, it slept. None of the humans realized it yet, but the galaxy had just crossed a quiet line. A line between logic and mercy, and only one species had chosen mercy. The Horizon Line exited hyperspace near the edge of Alliance-controlled space. Stars stretched back into place and the ship settled into a quiet cruise. For a short moment, everything felt normal. Then the alert chimed. Evan was already at his station when the message appeared. He did not need to read it twice. "Alliance checkpoint ahead," Cole said from navigation. "They're requesting full compliance scan." The captain stood behind them, arms crossed. Her face was calm, but her jaw was tight. "They're here for the creature." In the storage bay, the alien rested on a blanket near the power conduits. Its body rose and fell slowly. The soft glow along its plates pulsed in time with the ship's hum, like it was breathing with the Horizon Line itself. Lena watched it through the bay window. "It looks peaceful," Dr. Harris nodded. "Its stress levels dropped the moment we entered hyperspace. I think it feels safer with us." "That's exactly why they want it," Evan said quietly from the doorway. "Anything that valuable and unknown scares them." The Alliance patrol ship appeared on the main screen. It was larger than the Horizon Line, covered in weapons and layered armor. A symbol of authority flashed between them. "This is Alliance Enforcement Vessel Terrales," a cold voice said. "Human ship Horizon Line, prepare to transfer the unregistered bioform immediately." The captain stepped forward. "We decline." There was a pause, not surprise, calculation. "You are in violation of interspecies safety law," the voice replied. "Failure to comply will result in sanctions," Cole muttered. "They always say that." The captain's eyes stayed on the screen. "The creature is under our protection. It has shown no threat behavior." "That assessment is irrelevant," the voice said. "You lack authority to determine risk." Evan clenched his fists. "They didn't even try to understand it." Before the conversation could continue, alarms flickered softly across the bridge. "That's not an alarm," Evan said, confused. "That's a status update." He pulled up the data, his eyes widened. "Our power efficiency just jumped again, 15%. Cole spun in his chair. "That's not possible. We're not even running optimizations." Dr. Harris's voice came over the comm. The creature moved closer to the reactor access panel. Its energy readings spiked, but not in a dangerous way. On the screen, the Alliance officer spoke again, impatience creeping into its tone. "Human vessel, respond." The captain did respond, but not with words. She cut the channel. The bridge went quiet. "That's going to make them angry," Cole said. "They already are," Lena replied. In the storage bay, the creature stirred. It lifted its head, eyes glowing faintly now. The ship's lights around it steadied, no longer flickering at all. Dr. Harris stepped closer, careful and slow. "It knows something is happening." The creature stood and walked to the nearest conduit. It placed one limb against the metal. The glow along its plates spread, soft and even like warm sunlight. Across the ship, systems stabilized further. Heat output dropped. Power flow became smooth, almost elegant. Evan stared at the readings in disbelief. "It's not just helping, it's optimizing us," Lena whispered, "like it's part of the ship." The Alliance patrol ship moved closer. Weapons arrays adjusted, not fully armed, but ready. "They won't fire," Cole said. "Not over something like this." Evan shook his head. "They abandoned it without a second thought. That tells me everything." A new message arrived, text only this time. "Final warning, transfer the bioform or face enforced compliance." The captain took a breath. "We jump." Cole hesitated. "They'll track us." "Let them," she said. "Set course for neutral space." As the jump engines charged, the creature made a low humming sound, deeper than before. The sound traveled through the ship, not loud but felt. Evan felt it in his chest. "What's it doing?" he asked. Dr. Harris checked her scanner. "It's reacting to the engines, not interfering, more like supporting." The horizon line jumped. The transition was smoother than any hyperspace jump the crew had ever experienced. No shudder. No distortion, just a clean slide through space. When they emerged, Cole let out a quiet laugh. That was perfect. But the relief did not last. Long-range sensors lit up. "They followed us," Cole said. "2 ships now." Alliance enforcement vessels moved into formation, cutting off escape routes. On the bridge, tension filled the air. No one spoke for a long moment. Then the creature arrived. It stepped onto the bridge on its own, moving slowly but with purpose. The crew froze. "It's never left the bay before," Dr. Harris said softly. The creature walked to the center of the bridge and sat down. Its glow brightened, steady and calm. The ship's lights around it softened, as if responding. Evan felt a strange clarity. Fear faded, replaced by focus. The captain noticed it too. "Does anyone else feel calmer?" Lena nodded. "Yeah." Outside, the Alliance ships adjusted their positions again. Power signatures rose. "They're preparing to disable us," Cole said. The creature lifted its head. Its eyes fixed on the display showing the enemy ships. The glow along its plates shifted, patterns moving like slow waves. Suddenly, the horizon line's sensors expanded. Range increased beyond expected limits. "That's not our tech," Evan said. "That's it, it's boosting us." On the screen, one of the Alliance ships flickered. Its weapons powered down unexpectedly. "What just happened?" Cole asked. Evan scanned frantically. "They're not damaged. Their systems are balanced, like their own energy is being redirected." The creature made the humming sound again. This time it felt deliberate. The second Alliance ship froze in place, engines locked but unharmed. "They can't move," Cole said, "but they're not under attack." The captain slowly stood. Understanding dawned in her eyes. "It doesn't destroy, it stabilizes." The Alliance ship sent frantic signals. "What are you doing?" one message demanded. The captain opened a channel. "We're doing what you refused to do, protecting life." The creature turned its gaze toward the screen. For a brief moment, the humans felt something else. Not words, not images, a feeling, loneliness. Evan's throat tightened. "It's been alone for a long time," Dr. Harris whispered. "They all have." The Alliance ships powered down further, forced into safe mode. No explosions. No casualties, just silence. After a long pause, the Alliance channel reopened. "This bioform, it is not classified as we believed," the voice said, uncertain now. "No," the captain replied. "You didn't want to know what it was." The creature's glow softened. The ship's systems returned to normal, though still better than before. The Alliance ship slowly backed away. "We will report this incident," the voice said. "Further investigation will follow." The channel closed. On the bridge, no one spoke. The weight of what had just happened settled in. Cole finally broke the silence. "We just stood up to the Alliance with a creature they left to die." Lena knelt beside the creature. "You protected us." The creature leaned toward her, gentle and warm. Evan looked out at the stars. He understood now that this was no accident. The galaxy had made a mistake once before, and humans were about to make sure it never happened again. Far away in hidden places across space, something ancient stirred. Something that had been waiting for kindness to return. The horizon line moved quietly through neutral space, its engines steady and calm. The stars outside drifted past like silent witnesses. No Alliance ships followed now, but no one on board believed the danger had passed. The creature remained on the bridge. It had chosen a spot near the main display, resting close to the ship systems. Its soft glow was dimmer than before, like it was conserving strength. The crew had stopped trying to move it. Somehow it felt wrong to ask. Evan stood near his console, reviewing logs again and again. The data made no sense by normal standards. Energy flow efficiency was still far above design limits. Heat loss was minimal. Even old micro-errors in the ship's code had smoothed out on their own. "This ship is healthier than it's ever been," he said quietly. Dr. Harris folded her arms. "So is the creature. Its vitals are stable, but there's a pattern I don't recognize, almost like it's syncing with us." Lena watched the creature closely. "It doesn't feel like a pet anymore." "No," the captain agreed. "It never was." A signal alert interrupted them. Cole turned from navigation. "We're getting a priority broadcast, alliance-wide." The captain nodded. "Put it through." The screen filled with images from a core Alliance world. Towers of glass and metal stood dark. Ships drifted powerless above the planet. Entire sections of the city were without light. A calm but strained voice spoke. "This is an emergency transmission. A cascading energy failure has struck multiple core systems. Shields are down. Reactors are unstable. We are requesting immediate assistance from any nearby vessels." The bridge went silent. "That's impossible," Cole said. "Those worlds have the best tech in the galaxy." Evan's eyes narrowed as he studied the feed. "Not impossible, just fragile." Dr. Harris looked at the creature. "It feels it, doesn't it?" The creature's glow had brightened slightly. It lifted its head, eyes fixed on the screen. The humming sound returned, low and uneasy. "It's reacting to the failure," Lena said. "Like before." The captain made her decision quickly. "We're responding." Cole blinked. "They just tried to take it from us." "Yes," the captain said, "and now they need help." The horizon line changed course. As they approached the affected system, the damage became clearer. Energy waves rippled through space in uneven pulses. Automated defense grids were frozen mid-cycle. Massive stations hung dark and silent. Alliance command ships floated nearby, struggling to stabilize their own power. "They don't know what's happening," Evan said. "Their systems are fighting themselves." The creature stood. Every light on the horizon line dimmed for a second, then steadied. The glow along the creature's plates intensified, forming patterns Evan had never seen before. They moved with purpose. Dr. Harris checked her scanner. "Its energy output is increasing, but it's not drawing from us. It's generating something else." "What?" Cole asked. She shook her head. "Balance." The ship crossed into the outer edge of the disaster zone. Immediately, the creature reacted. The humming grew stronger, spreading through the hull. The horizon line sensors expanded again, mapping energy currents invisible to standard instruments. Evan stared at the new data feed. "It's seeing the problem, all of it." On the main screen, one of the disabled Alliance stations flickered. Lights returned in small sections, like stars reappearing after a storm. "That's us," Cole said. "We didn't do that." The creature moved closer to the ship's core systems. Its presence felt heavy now, not threatening but powerful. The captain opened a channel. "Alliance Command, this is the human vessel horizon line. We are assisting." There was hesitation before the reply came. "Human vessel, your ship is unauthorized in this zone." "Do you want help or not?" she asked calmly. Silence. "Then proceed." The creature placed both limbs against the conduit. The glow flared, bright but controlled. Across space, energy stabilized. Shields on nearby ships reformed. Reactors cooled. One by one, systems came back online. Alliance crews stared in disbelief as centuries-old technology suddenly worked better than it ever had. Evan whispered, "It's fixing what they broke." Dr. Harris felt something brush against her mind. Not words, not images, regret. She gasped softly. Lena noticed. "What is it?" "They knew this species once," Dr. Harris said. "The Alliance long ago." The creature's glow shifted again, softer now, almost sad. Data archives began unlocking on Alliance channels, files long sealed by time and neglect. Histories surfaced, incomplete and damaged. A name appeared again and again in fragmented records. A species that lived to stabilize energy systems, to keep civilizations from tearing themselves apart. They had been called caretakers. They had been used everywhere, until they were no longer convenient. "They didn't abandon just one," Evan said, his voice tight. "They abandoned all of them." The energy surge reached its peak. The creature trembled slightly, the first sign of strain since it had been found. Dr. Harris stepped forward. "It's too much." "It's carrying the load of an entire system," the captain nodded. "We need to pull back." As if hearing her, the creature slowly stepped away from the conduit. The glow dimmed, but the systems it had stabilized held firm. The emergency was over. Alliance ships powered up fully. Cities lit up again. Lives were saved. A message came through, no longer cold or commanding, confused, almost humbled. "We acknowledge your assistance," Alliance Command said. "The bioform aboard your vessel has demonstrated capabilities beyond known science." The captain folded her hands behind her back. "It's not a bioform, it's a being." There was no immediate reply. On the bridge, the creature lowered itself to the floor. Its glow flickered unevenly now. Lena knelt beside it. "You did too much, didn't you?" The creature leaned gently against her. The humming faded to a faint vibration. Dr. Harris scanned it again. "It's exhausted, but not harmed." Evan looked at the stars beyond the screen. Something had changed, not just for them, but for the galaxy. "They're going to want it again," Cole said quietly. "Yes," the captain agreed. "But now they can't pretend they don't know what it is." Far beyond Alliance space, hidden deep in quiet regions no map bothered to chart, energy rippled in response. Signals long dormant awakened. Not alarms, not weapons. Answers. Others like the creature felt the call. For the first time in centuries, they knew they were not alone, and they knew who had stood for them. Back on the horizon line, the creature slept, its glow faint but steady. Human hands adjusted blankets and dimmed lights. Outside, the galaxy held its breath. The next choice would decide everything. The horizon line remained near the recovered system for 2 full days. During that time, Alliance traffic returned slowly, cautiously, as if the space itself might break again. Messages came in waves. Some were thankful, others were careful and formal. A few were openly fearful. The creature stayed asleep for most of that time. It rested in the storage bay again, wrapped in soft fabric, the glow along its plates faint but steady. Dr. Harris monitored it constantly, adjusting the environment to keep it calm. Every few hours, the creature shifted slightly, releasing a quiet vibration that hummed through the deck. "It's dreaming," Lena said softly, standing beside the bay door. Dr. Harris nodded. "Or listening." On the bridge, Evan worked through new data feeds pouring in from Alliance archives. Old records were being reopened, unsealed by necessity. The truth was surfacing faster than anyone expected. "They're calling emergency council sessions," Cole said, scrolling through updates. "A lot of them." The captain leaned back in her chair. "They've lost control of the story." That became clear when the first official demand arrived. "Alliance High Command requests immediate transfer of the caretaker entity for containment and study." Evan felt anger rise in his chest. "Containment, like it's dangerous." "They still don't get it," Lena said. The captain did not answer the message right away. She stood and walked to the storage bay, the others following. The creature stirred as they entered. Its eyes opened slowly, glow strengthening as it became aware of them. It did not rise, but it watched them closely. "They want you," Lena said gently. "Again." The creature made a low sound, not afraid, but wary. Dr. Harris felt it again, that faint pressure in her thoughts. This time it was clearer, memory. Images flashed through her mind, endless stations, massive cities, caretakers spread thin, overworked, ignored, then fewer, then none. "They used them until they broke," she whispered. Evan clenched his jaw. "And now they want to do it again." The captain knelt in front of the creature, meeting its gaze. "We won't let that happen." The creature leaned forward slightly, placing one limb on the floor between them. The glow brightened and something changed. Across the horizon line, systems responded instantly. Shields strengthened, sensors sharpened. The ship felt more solid, more alive. Cole stared at his console. "It's linking with us fully." Alliance ships began gathering at the edge of the system, not attacking, positioning. "They're not here to talk," Evan said. A fleet-wide broadcast followed, filling every channel. "Human vessel Horizon Line, you are ordered to comply. The caretaker entity is vital to galactic stability. Your refusal threatens all member species." The captain's response was calm. "You abandoned them. You threatened stability long before we arrived." "We are prepared to enforce this order," the voice replied. The creature rose slowly to its full height. Its glow intensified, spreading in complex patterns that moved like flowing lines. The horizon line's hull resonated softly. Evan felt the air change, not pressure, presence. "They're scared," Cole said quietly. "Good." The Alliance fleet advanced. Weapons did not fire, instead a coordinated energy net deployed designed to trap without destruction, sophisticated, overwhelming. "Shields up," the captain ordered. The net hit the horizon line. Nothing happened. The energy simply settled, balanced, neutralized. Alliance sensors spiked in confusion. "What?" Cole said. "They should have us locked." Evan watched the readings. The creature isn't blocking it. It's calming it. The creature stepped forward again, placing both limbs against the deck. The glow spread through the ship, then outward, invisible but undeniable. Alliance ships began to report issues. Our weapons are powering down. Energy flows are rerouting. We can't target them. No explosions, no damage, just controls slipping away. The captain opened a channel. We are not attacking you, silence answered. Then a different voice came through, older, measured. This is Council Speaker Rollos. Stand down, all of you. The fleet froze. Rollos continued, his tone heavy. We have reviewed the recovered archives. The humans are correct. Murmurs rippled through open channels. We betrayed the caretakers, Rollos said. We used them, then abandoned them when they asked for recognition. The creature's glow softened slightly, but it did not withdraw its link. Rollos addressed the horizon line directly. Human captain, you are in possession of one of the last caretakers. In our care, the captain corrected. Yes, Rollos said quietly. In your care. A long pause followed. We request negotiation, Rollos said, not seizure. The captain exchanged looks with her crew, then she nodded. We will talk on our terms. The fleet pulled back. Hours later, a secure channel opened between the horizon line and the Alliance Council chamber. Images filled the screen. Dozens of species, many looked uncomfortable. Rollos spoke again. The return of a caretaker changes everything. It shouldn't, Lena said from behind the captain. You should have changed before. Some delegates bristled. Others looked away. Evan stepped forward. You call them vital now because you almost collapsed without them. That's not respect, that's fear. Rollos did not argue. You are correct, Dr. Harris spoke next. They are sentient, gentle, and exhausted. If you force them again, they will not survive. Silence fell over the chamber. The creature moved closer to the screen. Its glow pulsed once, sending a wave of sensation across the link. This time everyone felt it. Loss, shame, hope. Several delegates recoiled. Others leaned forward, stunned. They're speaking, someone whispered. No, Evan said softly. They're reminding you. Rollos lowered his head. What do the humans want? The captain did not hesitate. Recognition, protection, choice. Choice, Rollos echoed. They decide if they help, Lena said. Not you. The chamber erupted in quiet debate. While the council argued, something else happened. Signals began appearing across Alliance space, faint at first, then stronger. Hidden stations lit up, long-forgotten structures powered on. They're responding, Cole said, watching sensor data spike. Others like it. Dr. Harris smiled through tired eyes. They felt kindness, that's all it took. The creature's glow brightened again, not with strain, but with connection. Rollos looked up shaken. How many? Evan answered honestly. Enough. The council vote was fast, driven by fear and awe in equal measure. Caretakers are recognized as a protected sentient species, Rollos declared. Any form of forced labor or containment is forbidden. The captain nodded. And humans? Rollos met her gaze. You are named guardians by choice of the caretakers themselves. The creature made a soft, warm sound. Across the galaxy, word spread. Humans had defied the Alliance. Humans had protected the abandoned. Humans had been chosen. On the horizon line, the crew finally breathed. The creature settled near them, glow steady and strong. Outside, Alliance fleets withdrew, not in defeat, in understanding. The galaxy had tried control. Humans had answered with compassion, and that had changed everything. The days that followed felt unreal to the crew of the horizon line. Messages arrived constantly now, not demands or threats, but questions. Requests for understanding, offers of apology that felt awkward and uncertain. Alliance space was changing faster than anyone expected, and no one was fully prepared for it. The creature no longer slept as much. It moved freely through the ship, calm and steady, its glow bright and warm. Wherever it went, systems stayed smooth. Old errors never returned. The horizon line felt less like a machine and more like a living thing that had finally found balance. Evan stood in engineering, watching power flow across the displays. I don't think it's fixing us anymore, he said quietly. Lena leaned against the doorway. Then what's it doing? Evan smiled faintly. Keeping us company. Dr. Harris entered with fresh readings. Its energy patterns have changed. It's not holding back now. It knows it's safe. That safety was not accidental. Alliance law had shifted in waves. What began as a single protection order expanded into something larger. Entire legal codes were rewritten. Abandonment of sentient life was no longer an acceptable outcome. It became the greatest crime the Alliance could name. For the first time, compassion was written into law. The Horizon Line was asked to attend a formal gathering on a neutral world, not as subjects, not as suspects, as guests. The planet was small and quiet, chosen for its lack of political weight. When the human ship arrived, dozens of vessels were already there. Species that once dismissed humans now watched them land in silence. The creature stood beside the captain as they disembarked. Gasps spread through the crowd. Some delegates felt the presence immediately. Others only noticed when their own devices steadied, energy calming around them without effort. "That's one of them," someone whispered. "No," another replied softly. "That's a caretaker." The meeting took place in an open hall, not sealed or guarded. The council had insisted on transparency. They knew secrecy had failed them before. Speaker Rollos stood again, older now somehow, weighed down by truth. "The galaxy owes a debt," he said, "one we can never fully repay." The creature moved forward, slow and deliberate. It did not speak, but everyone felt it, not accusation, acknowledgement. Evan felt his throat tighten. "It's forgiving them," he murmured. Lena nodded. "That doesn't mean forgetting." Data from across the galaxy continued to arrive, signals from hidden places. Lost caretakers emerging from long isolation. Some weak, some wary, all alive. They did not come as a fleet. They came as a family finding its way home. Human ships were among the first sent to meet them, not to control, but to help. Food, repairs, medical aid, simple presence. Humans did what they always did. They stayed. Weeks passed. Caretakers settled in places of their choosing. Some near humans, others far away. They offered help when asked, not when ordered. Systems across the Alliance grew more stable than ever before, not because of force but cooperation. Trade improved, conflict slowed, power grids stopped failing. The galaxy became quieter. On the Horizon Line, life returned to something close to routine. Cole stared out at the stars from the bridge. "You ever think about how close they came to losing all this?" "All the time," Evan replied. Dr. Harris watched the creature resting nearby. "What scares me is how normal it felt to them." The captain joined them. "That's why this matters." One evening, the creature approached Lena while she sat alone in the common area. It made the soft humming sound, then something else happened, clearer this time. A shared understanding. Images formed gently in her mind, not overwhelming, not forced. A choice Lena's breath caught. "You're leaving." The creature did not deny it. "You don't belong on one ship," she said softly. "Not even ours." The creature leaned closer, glow warm and grateful. The next morning, preparations were made, not for separation, but for growth. The Horizon Line escorted the creature to a new gathering point where others waited. Different shapes, different glows, all connected by something deeper than words. As the creature stepped away, it paused and turned back. For a moment, the ship's systems pulsed one last time in perfect harmony. A gift. Evan felt tears sting his eyes. "Thank you," he whispered. The creature joined the others, their combined presence spreading calm across the stars. They did not vanish. They simply moved on. The Horizon Line returned to human space as something new. Not heroes, not rulers, witnesses. Humanity's reputation changed quietly after that. No grand announcement, no monuments, just a shift in tone. Where humans went, caretakers were welcomed. Where caretakers went, stability followed. Alliance children learned new history, not just of wars and empires, but of mistakes and the cost of abandoning kindness. The story of the creature became a lesson told everywhere. Everyone abandoned it, except the humans. Years later, the Horizon Line rested in orbit above Earth, undergoing upgrades it no longer truly needed. Evan walked the deck one last time before transferring to a new assignment. He stopped near the old storage bay. For a moment, he thought he felt it again. That gentle hum. That steady presence, maybe he did. Lena joined him. "Ready?" He nodded. "Yeah." Outside, the stars burned steady and bright. The galaxy was still dangerous, still imperfect, but it was no longer heartless, and that made all the difference.